All right, welcome back to the First Line Collective. We're going to go over my belt setup. Now, looking at this, it's pretty minimal. I don't like a bunch of junk hanging off my waist. Unfortunately, my department doesn't allow load-bearing vests quite yet. We're working on it, but for now, I'm working with what I've got. The belt itself is an X belt. It's made in America. I love this thing. It stands up to all sorts of use and abuse, from normal patrol stuff to bouncing around at the range, shooting from the ground, shooting from under vehicles. It stands up. I've had this for about a year now, and it looks brand new. On the inside of the belt, obviously I've got my Velcro. I utilize zip ties a lot. I know it's a hot button topic, but I like them. They hold all my stuff in place. I don't like a bunch of stuff rattling around. Where I don't have Velcro, I've got the one wrap. Um, I need to kind of go back and put some more Velcro on the actual like belt clips themselves so that the belt stays firm against me, but I've got it pretty tight, so it works. It's got a section of elastic so that you can get it pretty tight and it holds firm to your body. I like it. Doesn't move around. Made in America. It's got internal molly slots so that just adds more rigidity to the stuff you're putting on it. So from the 12, 1 o'clock, I've got a Safariland closed top case. I used to run the ASP handcuffs and the handcuff holders, but I switched back to these Peerless all metal construction hinged cuffs, at least in the front. I like hinged cuffs. You get better control over the individual you're handcuffing, and they're easier to deploy. Moving on to my holster, Safariland triple retention holster. I've got the nub mod so that I can defeat the retention devices quicker and access my firearm. I've got the defensive mechanisms tourniquet sleeve sandwiched in between the QLS forks and the drop on the holster. It stays out of the way, especially when it's on my body, and it doesn't affect retrieving my firearm. Firearm itself is a Glock 45. I've got the 507 closed emitter dot. I've got the X300 Turbo. On the X300 Turbo, I've got the Echelon front activation switch so that I can activate it with my offhand. I carry 19 rounds, hollow point ammunition. I've got the Glock OEM magazine with the +2 extension and the Talon grip. I really like the Talon grips. They just really aid in firearm handling, I guess. Next to the firearm, at my, I'd say 4 to 5 o'clock position, I've got another handcuff case. Now I carry one handcuff case in the rear, one handcuff case in the front in case I'm on top of someone and I need to access my handcuffs. I can do so from either position. These handcuffs are chained, however they're still peerless. Different situations call for different types of restraint. Moving on, I've got a Blue Force Gear mini IFAK. On top of that is a tourniquet. When I've got this on, this tourniquet sits pretty close to the IFAK, doesn't get in the way. And on top of that, I've got a Milwaukee Sharpie. I use the Sharpie more for evidence tagging than I do medical applications, but I've got it there in case I need it. To retrieve the insert from my IFAK, you simply pull, and it comes out in a kit. I can hand this off to someone or lay it out in front of me and retrieve its contents. Inside, it's very basic. I've got a set of 2 chest seals, quick clot, combat gauze, whatever you want to call it, and a mini pressure dressing. Moving on, 09 holster for my radio. I love this thing. It doesn't add a bunch of retention. but it does have an elastic strap on the top. You can put over your radio. It keeps it in the holster. I wear a wired mic. It's got a cutout for the connection. The wired mic goes up through my armor and into the front. Next to that, I've got an S-Tech Kiwi with a Magpul 20 round mag in it. I like the 20 rounders. They stay out of the way. And I can use that to defeat any minor threat. I've got 30 rounds in the AR, 20 rounds on my belt, and I've got a internal cummerbund with another 30 round mag. Below that, it's I believe a Frontline Fiberco drop pouch. I'll use this a lot for evidence collection. I'm searching a vehicle, I find something, I throw it in there, throw some paperwork in there, whatever I need a pouch for in between where I'm at and my patrol car with evidence collection bags. It does roll up to a nice compact package once you're done with it. Roll it up, stays out of the way. I think dump pouches are highly underutilized as far as the patrol work goes. I love having mine on mine. Next to that, I've got a 09 holster double magazine pouch. I know which way the magazine is oriented. It is a hot button topic. This is what I've always trained with. This is what I'm proficient with. This is what I'm going to stick with. Underneath that, I've got my keys. I carry my patrol car key along with a jump drive on a Crazy Shark magnet. It's extremely strong. I've never had an issue with it falling off in a foot pursuit or in a fight. That's attached with just a G-hook that's woven into the MOLLE on the interior of my belt. Next to that, it's the issued Taser 10 and Taser 10 holster. I believe this is a Black Hawk holster. I don't really use my Taser very often. I don't like using Taser. They hardly ever work. My belt itself is clipped together with a heavy-duty Cobra buckle. Makes it strong. I'm not repelling or doing anything crazy with it, but I like knowing the buckle holding my belt to my body is A, metal, and B, going to stay attached to itself. It's just a quick, simple, easy breakdown of what I wear on patrol. Next couple of weeks, we'll get into SWAT operations and what I wear during call-outs. Thank you very much. If you got any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you.